So, the third person we have to really thank, because it was only kind of today that Eva and I met, and she was agreed to do this. But Eva's from Troika, which is a design company that was in a Guardian top design companies chart the other day. So, one to watch, one full of energy and promise. And so Eva, first time we've met.
So we work at the intersection of art, design and technology. So this is more reflection on what we think is often missing. And our quest is partly to reintroduce subjectivity into technology. So I'll show you a lot of examples which I would call for myself subjective logic. Okay. Just to start to say, a lot of my inspiration comes from travels. So one example is I'm very fond on items which carry a certain place-specific identity, and I think that someone communicates to you that is the best razor blade in the world because it is actually so sharp it can cut crocodile. Crocodile tells you an awful lot about where this person comes from, which is something which I think we lose more and more at the moment. Another one, someone who came up with the idea that the best way to compare the lengths of all the rivers in Germany is actually to straighten them out and put them next to each other into a table. What we're really striving for is to create multi-layered objects which you can read on many different levels, and the most famous example for me and very inspiring is the Little Prince, where it's obviously not a head now, it's a snake, which is the elephant. We're also looking at reusing existing technologies rather than only looking forward to create the next thing. It seems to me that sometimes we forget to look back at what has actually already been invented, and this is a very beautiful example for me. This rack is hanging in our studio. And what it used to be is it's used in the silk screen printing workshops, where you used to hang the prints onto it, and all it is like it's a glass bowl, and the gravity that drags the bowl down, which helps hold the prints up. You see. This I thought is a very beautiful example of a personal kind of logic which fits in very well with today's theme, the impact of technology on your everyday life. And I thought it would be a really brilliant idea, or it makes you aware how much you communicate constantly every day if you get this work in this format. A little bit in the same sense, we created this piece. It's called the Newton virus, and it's basically a merger between the virtual and the actual world, and ask the question what actually would happen if all the icons on your desktop would be an actual object and as such be subject to gravity, so it will all fall down if you would tilt your computer, if it will fall down again and again and again. Just our aim is to make people look with other eyes onto technical electronic objects. We're also very inspired by objects where you can actually understand the process behind it. And also, which tells you something about the personality of the creator. I don't know if you know this is by Stanislas Kirchner, and it's called the cat piano, which he devised for the Prince of Italy. And what he basically did is he made this piano, and there are needles at the end of each key. So then he went out to get kittens, which have, the right frequency when they're try out. And I think it's really nice. I mean, it tells you a lot of the person behind it. It tells you a lot about the client too. And I wish people would come up with these kind of things. Like not exactly this, but just underneath these water planes, and composes a piece, and you can see the sound waves propagating in the water. It's a very beautiful way of visualizing something which you know is there, but which you can't see. And then again he went on and he created also like a light choreography, so then he puts light onto it which then reflects onto the board. It's a little bit of a Gesamtkunstwerk, I think. But I like multi-layered objects, but I also like the immediacy and the simplicity which is apparent in his work. It's also something which inspired to a certain extent the piece which we have outside, which is called an electro probe, and that makes you hear the hidden sound